Hey everybody, Mark Arnstein, Remax Hallmark, and of course, livingnorthtoronto.com. This is vlog number 101, and today we're talking about real estate 101. Today we're talking about real estate 101. And why is that important? Well, because it's the 101st vlog, so why not talk about real estate 101? And in Real Estate 101, I want to talk about building generational wealth. You've heard me talk about this before, and I think it is so extremely important. And it's probably one of those things we actually don't think about so much, because really when it comes to building wealth, you think about investing in the stock market or putting money into TFSAs or RRSPs, in type of those stock kind of mutual fund investment style investment buildup that you can do. And there are other ways of making money, especially in real estate, other than just owning your principal home. So here's a little story. When I first moved to Toronto 18 years ago, the average price for a bungalow in Lawrence Park North Toronto was around $300,000 to $400,000, depending on the depth of the lot and whether or not it was a 20 or 25 foot lot. Think about that. Lots today in this neighborhood can range up to as high as anywhere from 1.6 to 1.9, depending on what street they're located on, how close they are to the subway, how close they are to the schools. But if I bought just one, and I'm talking just one house, look where I would be from then to where we are today, because you could have rented out the basement, which would have generated you income from there. You would have rented out the main floor, which also would have generated you income. So you would have 2 tenants living in the property. Then as you built up equity in it, you could leverage off the equity that's in that house and used it to go out and buy another one, and then built up again and again and again and again. So here's another example. I have a property down in the beaches on Woodbine that I bought for just under $700,000 about 9 years ago. Right now, the value of it is about $1.45. Not too bad of an investment. I got 2 tenants living in the property, both pay me rent every month. I get great income, and I'm actually in positive cash flow. Now I'm gonna re-leverage the equity that I have in the value of that property and use to go buy another one. Another option for building generational wealth is going into pre-construction, pre-condos. And with that, it's a great format to get started into the market depending on your budget, because one, you usually only need 5% up front for your down payment. And then the rest of the deposits along the way are on a flexible payment schedule that allows you to put your deposits spread out over a long period of time. And you don't need your mortgage financing until the project is actually finished. You just need a pre-approval. Now, a couple of things with pre-con is, one, you wanna make sure that you get in very early. It's super important, because that's when you get your best possible pricing. And then number 2 is make sure you're actually buying from a very reputable builder who has a phenomenal track record, because you wanna make sure that you're gonna buy a project that's actually gonna get finished on time and not be left in lurch without a finished condo. So another quick example is a property that we're working on trying to acquire for clients right now down in the West End that was bought around 22 years ago for about $300,000. It's now worth close to $2 million. So think about that, right? That's $1.7 million of growth. Even if you're paying capital gains on that, who cares? It's still $1.7 million worth of growth. So my point being is this: you have money, you have equity, whatever you can afford. The point is, try and build your generational wealth, because you cannot go wrong by doing so. In fact, Remax actually did a study not too long ago where you took the same amount of money and you put in the stock market, and you took the same amount of money and you put it into real estate, held it for the same period of time. Real estate outperformed the stock market every single time. Now, of course, there are other factors that can come into play on that. I'm not saying put all your eggs in one basket either. I want to make that very clear. All I'm saying is it's good to be diversified, and real estate is a phenomenal way, because you get the advantage of someone else paying you monthly support on the mortgage to run and operate that property. Whereas if you put money into an investment, which is great, don't 100% do it, it's just there, it does its thing, and you don't worry about it. This has the ability to leverage and grow, that you can allow you to buy more property and build on more property and more property and more property. And look, let's face the fact. It is getting harder and harder for our children to be able to get into the real estate market, especially living in Toronto or in the major cities throughout Canada. So the sooner you can start doing this process by building that generational wealth, the better off you and your family are going to be. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll talk to you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.